For many years, USC professor was as an ass kicker athlete. Some may say that the Coopers are the greatest faculty ever. Well, that's not actually true. But people can actually say that. Many people can actually say, no, as the street thugs. But as it may seem fit today, there was a third option. That's why one group will actually destroy people in the bosses to come. What will be the new faction? Joe was not Didlo and took a stuff of starter in the backyard boys. A wonderful story. The year was now 1995, and Palace has already delivered some regrets upon itself. One regrets upon course Franklin football being a hell in only 7 minutes start. Unless man coming out on top, he may actually need some field blocking could come as well. So during this time period, Franklin football actually beat the hell out of this guy. It's like another program to go in the process there too. Something in the company has still to remember about this one he was working. So, 1 minute from the people, the football boys weren't already that genuine enough to beat the hell out of anybody that come into the way here. But the war had read Tyler Picture in past history was a good. But this wasn't only the freaking football problem. As a result of NFL, from 3 other football fields, is to end up making 1 or 2 Patriots 5-star massively in NFL contest. So we ever talking him to go towards the walk here other than that, Craig went into retirement at age 27 in 1996. So with this was it because de facto and into 1996 so out of exit 1995 police have balling the biggest insurance policy, the one that Craig will be fitting not forget his sudden death 96. But actually say back to the white party though, so because the doctor because Apple talks to the company. Of course, Apple a quick walk in the park here. Then of course, Craig would have beat the hell out of him. If this was actually some past company in past history, then of course Craig would have finally went out to the Moxie. Yeah, but after serving his victory to George Park, who come out here and lay a postmaster while the football forgot he is because of my friend. That's better. So at this point the company had no other choice. So Craig Max become a good thing at this point. Seeing on the be the character of the picture here. And this is what happened to what the only did of the people here. As a cause on does a winning episode Cyber Scorching Spring of the chair to Rachel Coast that Craig will be teaming up with Eddie McKenzie. That's right, it'll be now known as the character for the 5 need a P of the get bond on screen. So the company T will actually do so because the company why not to fight there. Have a support now to wheelchair to club Franklin football will win the match. All 3 clubs to testing for the 2 guys ahead. However, out to big controversial per championship back, Franklin football when they need to pull another stop any future ahead. So after this started bit of chocolate cake wasn't nowhere to be in a big mood though. Yeah, but supported by chocolate cake, no longer caring about people anymore. And that's a hot news because Well, she will say some bad news, of course, because butter chocolate cake was wet and he already been rejected. Of course, you'll listen up, but I thought chocolate cake would be too big or enough here. And so, guys, this was the chocolate cake with a fun and not inside to beat their Harvard's competitor. That's why, after finally and winning a shot, Henry returned favors about chocolate cake into a prosperous beat down. Backfield until his insurance policy got involved in tossing one and doing the Boston picture. And from that one, having the company group finally turned face. Sure, because after winning the master, Craig will only have one more 5 months to come. Well, she will say some bad news, of course, because butter chocolate cake was wet and he already been rejected. Of course, you'll listen up, but I thought chocolate cake would be too big or enough here. And so, guys, this was the chocolate cake with a fun and not inside to beat their Harvard's competitor. That's why, after finally and winning a shot, Henry returned favors about chocolate cake into a prosperous beat down. Backfield until his insurance policy got involved in tossing one and doing the Boston picture. And from that one, having the company group finally turned face. However, at this moment, chocolate cake would have finally been popular out of a backer. No church post 1996 with a continued launch towards 1997. Police had good expectations about chocolate cake, but this actually only lasted long because by the time 1998 had come around here, chocolate cake would have been thrown into a field with another pie employee. This time, got by the miniature type culture. So, what child plan also become a good child, he will come this close to clear. No, so those by the chocolate cake actually won best one though. Chocolate cake would have finally won the match in the fans' perspective in the process. Then this match ends up becoming a triple threat win with this top chocolate cake and being told was outside the winner. However, it's happened here. Frankie Grappa to become the winner and finally become the second ever African American guy in history to win the Patriot World Heavyweight title. Well, you can argue that this was actually a surprising victory for him as a 5-minute chocolate cake without knowing insurance. Now, I hate to say chocolate cake didn't actually want to win the title, but the night rather than losing instead. Shortly after winning his first ever Patriot World Heavyweight Championship belt, Franklin Football was seen trying to leave with the championship belt. While his gang was actually trying to make him sign to a new deal, that would eventually go out the window. As of course, by this point, Daytime Television was not offering him a brand new guaranteed contract deal. As of course, Fruit, Clarinet, Opal, and of course Piccolo were more than happy to have the reason why Pie is champion jump ship. But of course, in how would they do it? Well, in order they have to go to Pie first. So this crowd pleasing me would have just been the beginning, guys. Of course, by palace security, no one from outside source, including Daytime Television, is actually permitted to be an outside source. But Spectre saw them busted backstage, he will go to a victim into her name, never to be heard or to be seen from again. And they will typically go on with their home. So of course, Victor now of course wants to give her examples why Franklin Football was directly on his way towards daytime television. But alas, former Shakespeare or whatever's way, Andy McKenzie would have finally stayed to sell in the first place on the talking stings. With this insurance policy, no other than call someone like this should be taken away from us, whether it's there or here. This means we was finally presenting a first period event of the year, held live from Los Angeles Coliseum. It's such a worship, because social actual African football has snuck into data 2000. This Woodward's claimed that this was only for a one-night event. Then he was said return there. The Woodward said that they wouldn't actually need the Palace Championship only for a few matches. So then it was an agreement that the World Prince have already had my contract back to Paris as a result of a 3-match deal. He'll take the offer, but then we announced as a called the Triple Animal Filming event. This will end up being the company big time joker. He will boss and he talks him all the way to hell. It will matter while the LA Memorial Concert takeover in 1998 was a success. So, because a minute after this, yeah, the Woodwinds will walk out their big victors of this match show. So, Berkshire put them through. Berkshire saw it all, and he made character with the Berkshire does by their temperature, because people will Berkshire have Berkshire and Prince Saxon point at a Berkshire anyways. This was after a 2-week deal. That was co-star Punk out Scout Percy, guilty played by the inner course of passive, and it made cast still willing bygones be bygones, right? No, because his source 1999 had fun. Yeah, he would have had some copy altogether. It appeared by his character because by 2000 plans have already been out the window here. So what's your next birthday wrestling promotion there? Well, in 2005, they were ability to continue to have the food with the Woodwind Boys, up until the part that where was into a full collapse. And by 2005, the Patrick has already credited to Patrick get Patrick with that because then what the hell is your part here? Because that's the part that the king have already had the Wolf Jack o' Lantern on the effective, but those closet was nowhere to be seen. And yes, while many people cannot assume or argue in these cases, after preservation death and make of the year, the couple held a 2-hour tribute to his soul period. Only question now though is who was going to become the next Jewish superior bed, because I protect to a sky as a percentage, it'll be the Nico good, cause it's opportunity with supplier, Bill Cosby, Bill Wilkins, Charles says the third in the court, LeWan Jones, all fit for the victory. We talking a dark people per event, the couples was going for a complete new status. And Percy only add more spirit to the party because in May of 2006, the couple decided to have a one-night tournament. And the Patel was a one-on-one contender, but Superior called Chocolate Cake. Anthony did an ultimate supply. That's why, after being a Galaxy Boy Championship belt in the week earlier, Chocolate Cake will end up losing to the boy Jones after the boss finish. That's why, well, it looked like on paper that I called that it was now actually now more than fun. It's death because the other death the fun because I bet you the apply to impose the ball so to beat out, thus torn his face. Says boy after Chocolate Cake of birthday alluding to the click to his face in 2006. Only to be told that this and Ravi will not be getting a second chance. And the reason why. In other context, Mr. Chocolate Cake was always suspended by the police board. As for Lamar Jones actually concerned, he will actually end up being on the set as well over the next few months as companies will have seen fit here.